I'm gonna make sure that I'm always in front of Ian.
Just blocking
I'm
his
gonna make
face.
sure I'm always behind Kyle.
Well, okay, we're out of The Conjuring just like a few minutes ago, and I'm just gonna address what we were all just talking about.
Oh yeah.
The movie didn't officially begin until we moved. I've never had to I haven't had to move locations in the auditorium since The Punisher, like the original Punisher.
Huh?
Fuck.
The people behind us?
Yes,
Yeah.
I haven't had to move seats in an
Okay.
auditorium since the very first Punisher with Thomas Jane.
That was like in 04.
Yeah.
So here's the
I
thing.
just guessed.
I'm not
When
done
you
yet.
see a movie, don't talk during the movie. If you're gonna talk, I can understand a ooh or a ha 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 or a or an oh my god or something like that.
a gut reaction.
I could even
please.
understand after something cool being like that was cool.
Yeah.
But if you have a conversation, you deserve
The special
torture.
place in hell.
You deserve a special place in hell.
People who talk in the theater.
Sure.
And I don't. These people behind us, they got
It
their
was
ticket.
Patty and Selma.
Yeah, they were. They got in getting my tickets. They were actually in front of me. They're like 2 for The Conjuring, and I was like, okay, guess we're seeing the same thing. And then, as it turns out, they were sitting behind us through the whole thing, and
They
it was
they were simultaneously talking, chewing popcorn, and breathing
And
in.
breathing like they were about
I didn't even hear them
Yeah.
breathe out the
Breathing
entire
through the-
time. They were just breathing in the entire.
yeah, it was through their mouth.
It was like, oh,
Sound
well,
like
they didn't have
about to
flashlights
die.
in 1960.
It was through their mouth the whole time, and that sounds nitpicky, but when it's happening to you, it's not. And
Yeah.
especially in a horror movie where things are silent.
Yeah.
And it's that, and like with the end, I can understand gut reactions to things, especially like a comedy or a horror
Yeah.
movie, but having side conversations, chewing and breathing with your mouth
Also,
open,
in a
and-
horror movie, if something is going to appear and everyone knows it's going to appear, you don't have
Yeah.
to say it's going to be the puppet or or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't have to say it.
it's alive. I remember having a TV like that.
Oh yeah.
Shut the ugh.
Did people in the 70s just leave their TV on static? Like, that was something they said.
I don't care, lady.
I do not care.
Between those things and having your cell phone on during the theater.
After you left, their phone
their
rang
phone went
twice.
off.
Oh yeah, I left. But
Yeah, Ian left. And
I left and I just moved. I didn't even tell them. I was just like, well,
I was already like eyeballing 2 rows down. I'm like, God, that looks so good right now.
that's what I was doing. The entire first half, I
Right.
was just like, where could
There was a baby in the theater, and the baby caused less.
Baby was the best person in it.
The
Yeah.
most well-behaved person in the theater.
Freaking.
So The Conjuring.
So let's talk about the actual movie.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about what we
there-
actually saw.
So that out of the way, there are 2 movies here. There's pre-move Conjuring, which was hard to get into. It sucked.
Yeah.
The acting seemed pretty good. And then there was the second. There's post-move Conjuring, which was good.
Where I could,
The environment was good. You could get into it. Had a good.
I got
feel,
into
had
the
good
characters.
pacing.
Yep.
I felt for every
The
single one
acting
of
was
them.
so little,
scared
but I
all of
was
a
more
sudden.
into the moment, so it was better.
Mhm.
Yep.
It was good.
It was exciting.
Yeah, I know.
It was
I
really,
wonder
really
what the
good.
whole movie would have been like.
Right?
Yeah, I know. I wonder if it all would have been. As good.
Yeah. Like,
My only complaint was one of the more interesting things was the side story about the doll.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like that
Yeah.
a little bit better
Yeah.
than the main story, but it was still good.
Or you can just watch Dead Silence. That's what that movie. It's the same director.
Mhm.
Yeah. He did.
Who
he
would
did-
own a doll as creepy as the doll?
I don't know.
I have
Shit.
no
His
idea.
doll was super
That
creepy.
and then
Even
then
if
you
they, even if
invite
it,
someone into it,
Yeah.
like, no.
No.
I say no.
This guy, James Wan, did this. He did Dead
Saw.
Silence. He did Saw, and then he
Insidious,
did
right?
Insidious. This
and
guy,
and he did Dark. Didn't he do Dark Skies?
I will have to check on that. Or Kyle
phone.
can,
Dark
because he has
Skies?
technology in his hand.
Dark Skies.
Dark Sky.
Oh,
Yeah.
that alien movie.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Sorry, it's good, not great.
Great.
Anywho,
But I mean, clearly he knows how to do the kind of horror we like, aka good horror movies, because they're not all
you know what he
like
is?
stinger jump scares. The
he's
whole
a
time.
franchise starter.
He
what
is. He
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Thing is, if he can hold
No.
on to it.
No,
You did not.
Some
Who
name
did
man Scott Stewart.
we'll just call him James Bond.
Okay, James, he did it.
But clearly, he's found his niche because he did a couple action movies.
Did he?
Those sucked. Freddy vs. Jason. Does that count as an action?
That was
movie?
him.
Yeah,
was him.
that was him. But now he's found like what he can do, which is genuine.
But even that
horror.
was kind
Yeah.
of horror.
ish, yeah, but in like a cheeky,
What it was
cheesy
supposed to be.
way. I know, but I mean, like, this is better. Is what I'm trying to say. Granted, they're different things, but I'm just saying. And I'm trying to get back on track to Conjuring. Conjuring,
yes.
even just from the like opening titles, I was like, this is my kind of movie.
Yeah, just the yellow font and the music.
That was the one part of the pre-move that I enjoyed.
Was
That I actually remember. I was having trouble like digesting what was happening in the movie because I just couldn't get around all the crap that was happening.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying
Literally,
to remember everything.
everybody talked, but those two were just right behind us. So
Yeah.
it was like,
And they were talking about not the movie.
normal things, and then they would comment after every single scare, say something.
Or even just when it was completely silent. It's just.
And,
Anyway, Conjuring. Not bitching about them. Conjuring was actually I loved it.
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian, I heard you kind of comment on something that I thought of. The acting here and there was kind of. Here and there.
Granted-
At times it was great. Other times I was like.
5 of the characters are young.
Oh
girls.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like really little girls.
And they actually, I think, had some of the more solid performances.
Yeah.
Even they're even kind of little kid acting, but they did good.
Mhm.
Because something like this, it's all about capturing creepy glances and stuff like that, and just kind of corner of your eye stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what, like, I even noticed there was one part in the movie where there's very clearly like a ghost in the background.
Yeah.
And that's even kind of what, like, you look at, like, you can't help but look at this because it's so creepy and it's happening, but that was out of focus, and the lady looking at it in the mirror was in
focus. Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, why is that non-focus? Oh, I get it. It's
I
corner
get
of
it.
your eye, but the corner of your eye is in the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
So they did even a good job when they made it the center of attention, and they still made it corner of your eye
Mhm.
scare, and I love that.
Well, and they
And
also
what is this?
just on like a
Ticket.
on just like a script basis was so much stronger than like any of the like Western horror movies I've seen in a long
Yeah.
time, because I'm like, I actually feel bad for all these people.
That's true.
Like this is like
that was the other kind of thing, is a lot of horror nowadays tries to make everybody kind of guilty of something, or like
Yeah.
a bad person in
They did
some
something
way.
Stupid. Or,
They did something stupid, or they're an asshole.
they're
Yeah.
a huge
They're-
asshole,
or like they've done something terrible,
yeah.
and so it's kind of almost like a redemption film. But this one, everyone was just so nice.
Everyone,
know,
yeah, they're
Everyone
all
was
like,
like a genuinely
sweet-
great person.
they're the sweetest
And
people.
so when all this stuff happened, there were genuinely times I was just like, no,
God,
I
like-
want this to
yeah.
be over for
Mhm.
them.
And each night they do a great job of each, like, it starts out just kind of as like like not a big deal, and each night it gets, you can like feel it progressively
Progressively,
getting
yeah.
worse and like stronger and stronger until just all, like, pardon the pun, but all hell breaks loose. And like, did anyone else catch the camera work in a lot of the parts?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
Like,
there was a lot of moving.
Mhm.
There was a lot of
a
lot of panning.
lot of pans, a lot of zooms.
Yeah.
They really like the zoom button.
I don't think I noticed the zooms as much.
When they did do it, it was always like really
know.
like excessive.
Well, you know
long.
what it was
Yeah.
filmed like. It was
Like
filmed like what except for a lot of the movement,
Mhm.
the zooms and stuff. I felt were a lot of 70s
Yeah,
horror movie.
Yeah.
It felt like watching the original,
Exorcist.
not Exorcist.
Oh.
Exorcist.
Not Exorcist. Deja vu. What's the one where they're supposed to have done the other haunting? Ryan Reynolds was in the remake.
Oh,
The Exorcist?
Amityville Horror. Yeah, it felt like the original Amityville Horror.
I was gonna say Exorcist.
No, not Exorcist.
Oh.
But yeah, it felt like that. Really.
It did, yeah. And the opening titles, like, I got that impression right away. I was kind of like, I should enjoy this while I can, because I'm probably not gonna get this again. But
Yeah.
no, through the whole movie, I was like, nope, they've kept this pretty strong with like the camera work and stuff.
Yeah.
And you know they play the zombies time of the season. I'm like, I get it. It's the 70s. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the clothes and all that stuff. Do a really good
No, it
job
felt
there.
good.
And the very little, I'm sorry, I love it's such an easy target bashing on like Western horror these days.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, hey, I notice how little CG is used in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Like every now and then, it's always just kind of like, well, there's no other way to do this except with a computer. All right, we'll use a computer.
A lot of the camera tricks were. That's what this director, I feel like, does a lot though. He does really good camera tricks.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, Insidious.
Yeah.
Full of them.
Yeah.
And like even if it's
like
stuff
a montage.
like someone walks by and there's just someone standing there.
Yep.
He does a great job with that.
Mm-hmm. Insidious is like a montage of camera tricks.
Yeah.
Like him just showing off.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with.
It almost felt like it was the same universe as Insidious.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like,
even though it's the same actor.
yeah, that didn't exactly help
No.
disprove that either.
He's got his Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, he's got exactly. That
Wilson.
he even had Patrick Wilson. He even got his quote unquote like his line at the end. We finally
Which
like
one?
called it. He called it by his name.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
He called the demon by its name, just like I condemn you back to hell.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, that was cool. I felt that.
Spoiler.
But does he? And the fact that they're going off the based on a true story thing never really entered in my mind.
There was one part.
I never felt really schmaltzy.
There was one part where they did the camera thing. They followed them into a basement.
Yeah.
And I was just like, they're doing the found footage.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
yeah.
here we go.
Oh,
but then
yeah.
they downplayed it so much. Like nothing happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they never
It
watched
was just
the
like,
footage again or
yeah.
anything.
Well, they
Like,
showed it to the priest, but
Oh,
other than
that's
that,
right.
Yeah,
they weren't
it
like
actually-
reviewing it for.
It actually had a reason for being in there.
Yeah.
They were like,
And then the
we
one
need
part-
to get something.
footage.
And then
for
the one part
Yeah.
where they actually
exorcism.
do find some crazy footage
Yeah.
and show it, and it was never shown.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't feel. Yeah, I could see that.
So it's just like, yeah.
Yay! You didn't force that up our ass. Yay! What was the other thing I was gonna
I
say?
did it right in.
Yeah. Going in as like I sat down and as it started, I was kind of like, I don't remember if this is PG-13 or R. I guess I'll just kind of
Okay.
figure it out and play it by ear, and it feels like a PG-13.
Feels like PG-13, but
Mhm.
it shows why horror movies can be PG-13.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Well, yeah, like if you're again,
How much
Insidious was
swearing was in this, actually, now that I think about it?
like twice, 2 or 3 times. I know
I
during
remember when she was.
During the end.
yeah
the
he
mom
And even then, it was just
something.
like, damn it! It wasn't like crazy.
It was what I would imagine would be real. You know, like I would say shit when.
yeah,
Yeah.
if that was going down,
Yeah.
holy crap.
No, the demon didn't say any curse words or anything, which
No.
is nice.
Yeah, it was just like it didn't do any of that like I
Not-
can do yoga
Yeah.
crap
Yeah.
that
I was
that
gonna
drives me nuts.
Say nasty things because
Not-
I'm a demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vagina talk and crap.
Yeah.
None of that. That was
Which
nice.
I don't. Which isn't a big deal for me. It was just kind of like, I never realized how unnecessary it was until now.
Yeah.
Or it's just in every demon movie. It seems like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think demons have to talk nasty.
Well, it
because they're
it
demons.
yeah, exactly. They just have to
No.
be demons.
Yeah. I think they'd be more elegant and spooky.
I expect more from you, demon.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, about the PG-13 thing. Like so many horror movies. Like I am used to. It's kind of a given that a horror movie will be rated R, but it's also like a given when you see a horror movie like, oh, it's PG-13. Well, I'm skipping that
Yeah.
because you're just kind of like, it's just gonna be like.
Well, this and Drag Me to Hell have proven me wrong on those.
Well, it seems like James Wan's like on a campaign to prove us wrong on that because this
Yeah.
is like this is his
super
second
good.
one, if not his third. Because was Dead Silence PG-13?
I don't know.
I know there was an unrated version later, but I mean like initially when it came out. I don't know if it was PG-13 or not. So definitely 2,
Yeah.
if not 3. Insidious Chapter 2 will probably be PG-13 also.
I feel like Dead Silence was PG-13.
I feel like it
I don't
was,
remember
yeah.
anything
It's
being-
I
just,
don't remember
Rated R.
anything R-rated about it.
yeah, me either.
Also, I haven't seen it.
Well, there you go. You
Of course
should.
you wouldn't remember.
So- I
I
don't
won't
remember.
watch it with you because it's horrifying. But
Really?
yeah.
See, that's my big problem with horror movies is I can't rewatch a horror movie and have
Yeah.
it still be scary.
Yeah, I agree.
If you know a horror movie that's still scary after you've watched it the first time, email us at Caleb.
At CalebTweets.com. God dang it. Well, Dead Silence because it does because dolls and mannequins creep me out.
Yeah.
It's like watching Night of the Living Dummy, like a Goosebumps episode, but
Yeah.
like done like horrifying, like real.
Is that
I'm
the
like,
name
oh
of the
no.
first one?
What about trailers? What trailers did we get? Ethan Hawke and
No way, that's that drive.
Selena Gomez or
Selena
whatever.
Gomez.
That movie's Getaway.
Yeah. Getaway.
Whatever. Yeah, Getaway.
Runner was
Yeah.
that Ben
No
Affleck
matter
movie.
how much she grows up, I'm still like, you are 13 years old.
I know, and I can't take her seriously.
I can take Ellen Page more seriously. Like, and no slam on Ellen Page, but she looks like a little kid.
She does look like
Am I
a
supposed
The
to believe
Gomez.
Selena Gomez is stealing cars now.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you this rough?
The car's
action?
failed. Give me the car. I need the car.
I'm just kind of like, Ethan Hawke, why aren't you in better movies?
Hey,
like-
you know that horror that came out recently where he was
Sinister?
Sinister.
See, I was kind of looking forward to
I like
that.
Sinister.
But then with each new movie he comes out, I'm just kind of like,
Yeah, The Purge. And
Purge didn't look that great, and this I'm just kind of like, this looks absolutely
Really?
like desperate.
Yeah, The Purge.
This looks desperate.
The Purge looks. I never saw it, but Sinister. Was it Sinister?
Yeah,
The
you
one
saw
with
that
the
with the
camera?
where he's the
Bagul?
Arthur and stuff.
Yeah.
Bagul.
The
Yeah.
Bagul problem.
I
Bagul.
liked it.
You didn't like it?
I liked it.
I liked it. I've only seen it in theater though, so I don't know.
We got a trailer for Insidious 2, of course.
Is he James Wan? Yeah, he's not doing that. Is he?
I don't know. I was just gonna ask you guys that if he's doing this one too, because if so, then I'm definitely looking into it.
Yeah.
But that's one of those things where you're just like, how do you make a sequel off of this?
I know. It doesn't even look like it follows the end of the first one.
It's almost like it just forgets that the first one happened.
Or didn't he get
Sort of.
like the old lady was with him when he came back? Right?
If you haven't
Yeah.
seen Insidious, skip until
And
this
he is
point in the
directing
video.
it. He is doing the sequel.
Is he? Okay, well, I
This
mean, he
point-
must have something up his
This
sleeve
point in the
because
video.
I'm not gonna put anything there.
No.
I'm just gonna let you point to your shirt. What else did we get? I don't remember any of the trailers.
We got
Um,
Thor,
Yeah, there's Thor, whatever.
Runner, that Ben Affleck, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, that's who it was. It was,
That looks
it was
good.
Ben Affleck and Justin Timberlake.
About some FBI
That's good.
thing.
He's getting money and in a bad way or something. I
Not
don't-
doing it.
I think that's it. Closing thoughts on Conjuring, Kyle?
I liked it a lot. I tried real hard to get into it, and for most movies I probably would have just given up much sooner. But I kept trying and ended up loving it. And that ending, I was like freaking out. There was so much happening.
Yeah.
No, good thumbs up for me.
Kyle gives it a thumbs up. Ian, what'd you think? Like,
I liked it. My final thoughts are: don't talk in the movie theater. You talk in the movie theater, I'm coming for you. I liked it. I didn't have to try hard to get into it. It just kind of was really easy to get into. I just had someone talking over my shoulder.
That's what I was.
And I kept, and that's what really bugged me is I'd get into it, and then all of a sudden I'd just hear Jabba the Hutt speak behind me,
Yeah.
and it
Totally
would just
take you out of
completely
it.
pull me out of it.
yeah.
And then
Every
someone
5
was playing with
minutes.
their straw. I could hear like the weird that sound, and I kept thinking it was not that sound. But I kept hearing like that initial sound
Yep.
and thinking it was in the movie, but no one would react to it.
Yeah.
And then one thing I noticed was I'm pretty sure I heard breathing randomly throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Like they just all of a sudden, like it'd be in the middle of a scene and you could hear someone just go, and I was just like, I really hope this is in the movie.
Yeah.
There was a couple times where voices I wasn't sure if they ended up in the
Yeah,
movie.
I was
Yeah.
just
'Cause
like,
there would be times where you'd hear someone say something in
Yeah.
the movie.
Little
Like a
whisper.
ghost.
but no one would react to it, and I was just like, are they messing with my head?
It was very
Is this a
odd.
filmmaker? That's good. If you did, good job. Final thoughts, it's good.
It's really good.
I'm going to
Yes,
give it
I liked it a lot.
7.5 popcorns out of 7.
Popcorn.
That's
Out of
7 popcorn
Out
tubs.
of 7
And-
unopened popcorn tubs. I'm going to
Give it-
fill.
And I really
7.5.
liked The
creepy doll.
Conjuring.
Yes.
No, I was interrupting because I thought it'd be funny.
Oh no, it was.
It was really good.
I thought it was funny.
It was
Thank
good.
you. But I thought the movie was really good.
Yes.
I can't think of well, Evil Dead was really good. But I mean, like, genuinely horrifying, like,
Like an actual
Yeah.
creepy.
in terms of, like, a possession, like, ghost movie, I can't think of one I've seen recently that even comes close.
No, I can think of bad ones.
Yeah, I can think of plenty of bad ones. Do you remember Devil Inside?
No.
Oh god. Did you see the Women in Black?
I didn't see that.
That was pretty terrible.
No, you don't. Anyway, but yeah, I would wholeheartedly recommend it. If you're even vaguely interested in horror or anything like that,
Yeah.
this is definitely like gonna be one that's gonna have lasting power and that people are gonna remember for a while. I'm glad it's doing as well as it's doing. This guy, James Wan, I support him. I want more from him. So, thumbs up all around.
I loved it.
Ian,
I liked it. I
get in
enjoyed
here.
It scared me.
Ian,
I just-
get in here.
Oh, let's just cover his face.
Yeah.